Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stony Point Fire. This is a decision brief for the Integrated Planning Activities Grant. Our purpose is to gain your approval for an Integrated Emergency Management Planning Grant. The intent is simple. We want to increase disaster readiness and enhance interoperability through the Integrated Emergency Planning. And in order to do so, we want to get a federal grant to support it financially. We have 5 towns all considering federal grants from the emergency planning. They're considering consolidating their efforts, which will benefit more citizens. Regional grant applications historically have better chance of success than individuals. Some of the facts: we have low interoperability and limited collaboration on emergency activities with our surrounding jurisdictions. No integrated emergency plans exist with our neighbors, and we have the potential for a natural, a technological, and an air disaster. Some of the constraints we must operate under: well, we have no tax revenue from the airport. Our emergency activities must continue and must be funded through the existing tax base, whether or not we receive a grant. So we developed some courses of action. Course of action 1 is to continue emergency planning as individual entities and apply for the grants separately. Course of action 2 is to conduct the integrated emergency planning with the 5 jurisdictions and apply for a grant. Course of action 3 is to conduct integrated planning with the 5 other jurisdictions and apply for a collective grant for contractor-provided emergency planning. So the decision criteria that we've come up with is, first and foremost, is expertise. This is the course of action that brings the most professional expertise to the table. We've weighted it ×3. Next is interoperability. This is the course of action that will increase interoperability with the 5 jurisdictions. Last but not least is objectivity. We want to leave the individual requirements at the door and enhance interoperability and look at this holistically as opposed to individually. So this is the course of action that provides the most objectivity to the planning effort and reduces parochialism. Weighted 2. Here's a decision matrix, and as you can see, the totals of the weighted averages are over on the right side. Most is best. So from here, we'll move to the recommendation. We recommend course of action 3, and that is to conduct integrated planning with the 5 other jurisdictions and apply for a collective grant for contractor-provided emergency planning. This will allow us to use contractor expertise to the fullest advantage, either in assisting us with planning or doing the planning effort with our input. I'll address any questions that you have, and we await your decision.